today we're going to be reviewing for your test. So let's go ahead and solve linear equations first. So here we have 6x minus 7 equals 10x plus 33. So to solve for x, we need to get them on one side first. So we're going to subtract the 10x first. We get negative 4x minus 7 equals 33. Because the 10x's cancel out. And from there, we're going to go ahead and move over the negative 7 by adding 7. What we do to one side, we have to do to the other side. This cancels. We get negative 4x equals 33 plus 7 is 40. Then from there, we go ahead and solve for x by dividing both sides by negative 4. And we get x equals negative 10. All right, the next one, we have 10 equals 5 over 6x plus 8. So first we want to cancel out the fraction. So to cancel it out, we're going to multiply by a 6. So we're going to distribute the 6 times the 10. That gives us 60. And the 6 times the 5 gives us 30 over 6. Now we don't have to distribute it to the 4x plus 18. Because as soon as we simplify this, it'll get distributed. Okay, so here we have 60 equals 30 divided by 6 is 5. And we have 4x plus 18. And we are going to distribute this 5 to each one. So we have 60 equals 20x plus 18 times 5 is 90. Okay, next we are going to move the 90 to the other side by subtracting 90. And so we are going to get negative 30 equals 20x. And then our last step to get the x by itself is to divide by 20. And so 30 divided by 20 gives us negative 3 over 2. All right. Next, we have 3 equals 7 over 2 times 3x plus 4. So on this one, we're going to go ahead and get rid of this fraction. So we're going to multiply the whole thing by 2. So 2 times 3 gives us 6. 2 times 7 gives us 14. And again, we do not need to distribute it to the part inside the parentheses because we'll distribute in a bit. So 14 divided by 2 gives us 7 times 3x plus 4. And now we can distribute the 7. So 6 equals 21x plus 28. And we move over the 28. So 6 minus 28 is going to give us negative 22 equals 21x. And our last step to solve for x is to divide by 21. And when we do so, we cannot reduce 22 over 21, and it is negative. All right. The next section says, write an expression that represents the perimeter of the figure below. Write your answer in simplified form. So on here, we're going to go ahead and look. Here's an m, here's an m. We have a total of 2 m's. Plus, we have 1, 2, 3 n's. Oh no, 4 n's. So plus 4n. Then we have, so L, M, N, O, P. I'm writing them in order by alphabetical order. We only have 1 P. Q comes next. We only have 1 Q. Plus R. Plus S. That's it. All right, the next one. This one says, find the perimeter of the figure below. Or no, it's telling you the perimeter of the figure below is 122.2. Wants you to find the side length of the missing side. So for us to find the side length, we're going to have to get 122.2. And we're going to have to subtract all of the sides. So I'm going to go ahead and add them all together first. So when I add them up together, I have 43.4 plus 7.8 plus 21.7 plus 10.1 plus another 10.1 plus another 10.1 plus the 7.8. And that gives us 111. So when we subtract these, 122.2 minus 111, that is going to give us 11.2. And our units are inches. All right. The next one, it says the diameter of a circle is 7 meters. Find the circumference to the nearest tenth to the nearest tenth. I think this came out twice. Sorry about that. So to the nearest tenth. So for the circumference, your formula is pi d if they give you the diameter. So we're going to do circumference equals pi times 7. Since they want it to the nearest tenth, we're going to go ahead and multiply that in our calculators, and it gives us 21.99, which is going to make this round to 22.0 since we're going to the nearest tenth. And our units are meters. All right, the next one says the circumference of a circle is 5. Find the diameter to the nearest tenth. So now we're working a little bit backwards because circumference equals pi d. We're going to use that one because they give us the diameter. They want us to find the diameter. They give us that the circumference is 5. So 5 equals pi times d. So if we are solving for the diameter, we're going to have to get rid of the pi that's there by dividing by pi. So if we do 5 divided by pi, that gives us 1.59 is equal to our diameter, but they want us to round to the nearest tenth. So that would be 1.6. So our diameter equals 1.6. They did not give us units on this problem, so we'll leave it like that. Next is area. It tells you the grid you see below is in the shape of a rectangle. What is the area in square units of the shaded part? Okay, so the shaded part here definitely looks like a triangle. So we're going to use area equals 1/2 base times height. So we're going to count the base. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So area equals 1/2. 5 times, and then let's see, our height is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 5 times 12 is 60, and half of 60 is 30. Units squared. All right, the next one, it says, what is the area in square units of the trapezoid below? Okay, so the area of a trapezoid, here's our formula. Area equals 1/2. You add your bases together and you multiply by the height. So we're going to take 1/2. Our bases are 4 plus 12. And we're going to multiply it times 6. So 4 plus 12 is 16. Half of 16 is 8. And 8 times 6 gives us 48. And our units are centimeters squared. All right, next, it says, what is the area in square meters of the shape below? Express your answer as a fraction in simplest form. So for this one, it's going to be area equals 1/2 base times height. So area equals 1/2. Our base is 5/4. Our height is 1/3. So we multiply the top ones. 1 times 5 times 1 gives us 5. 2 times 4 times 3 gives us 24. And then we see if we can simplify this. I believe you cannot. So it's going to stay like that. Oh, and our units are meters squared. All right, the next section. It says the diameter of a circle is 20 inches. Find its area in terms of pi. Okay. So the area of a circle is pi r squared. So all we need to do is find the radius. Now they do tell us that the diameter is 20. So that means the radius is half of that, which is 10. So area equals pi times 10 squared. And since they want it in terms of pi, we know 10 squared is 100. So it would be 100 pi inches squared. And that's it. All right, the last section is unit conversion. So they want us to convert 6 fluid ounces into milliliters. So we need to look for fluid ounces and milliliters. So let's see. I do see here 1 fluid ounce is 29.574 milliliters. So if we have 6 fluid ounces and we want to cancel out the fluid ounces needs to go on the bottom. and the milliliters needs to go on the top. Okay, so then based off of this information, it says 1 fluid ounce. So the 1 goes on the bottom is equal to 29.574 milliliters. We go ahead and put this in our calculator. So you multiply the top one. So 6 times 29.574. That gives us 177.44. And you divide that by 1, which would just be 177.44 milliliters. Yeah. All right. The next one says convert 4 meters into centimeters. So we're going to go ahead and take a look. Where do we have meters? Oh, I knew this was going to happen. The meters into centimeters, there's no conversion chart for us. But, so I'm just going to give it to you guys. 100 centimeters equals 1 meter. Okay. So when we write this, we have 4 meters. And then we are going to convert it to centimeters. So to cancel it out, we're going to put meters on bottom. I don't know why I wrote out the whole word. And so 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. So the meters will cancel each other out. We do 4 times 100 gives us 400 over 1 centimeters, which is just 400 centimeters. All right. The next one says convert 19 pints into cubic feet. Round your answer to the nearest hundredth. So 19 pints, and we are going into cubic feet. So let's see. I do see my cubic feet right here. 1 cubic foot is equal to 7.481 gallons. And we're going to pints. So we are going to have to use gallons and quarts, and then quarts to pints. And that'll finally take us to pints. So let's go ahead and start with what they give us. They give us 19 pints. And then we are going to cancel out the pints. So based off of this information, we know that 1 quart is equal to 2 pints. So 1 quart is equal to 2 pints. But we don't want quarts, so we're going to have to cancel out the quarts. So I'm going to put quart on the bottom. And then from there, we know 4 quarts is equal to 1 gallon. So 4 quarts is equal to 1 gallon. But we don't want gallons either. We want cubic feet. So here it's going to be feet cubed. That's 1 cubic foot is equal to 7.481 gallons. Okay. So now that we have this all set up, we're going to start canceling everything out. So we have a pint on top and a pint on bottom, cancels. A quart on top, a quart on bottom, cancels. A gallon on top, a gallon on the bottom, cancels. And 4 units, all we have left is a feet cubed. And that's exactly what we wanted. Now, we multiply the numbers. So we multiply the numbers on the top. So we have 19 times 1 times 1 times 1 is 19. Divided by. Then we look at the denominator. We have 2 times 4 times 7.481. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in my calculator. And that gives me 59.848. So then when we take 19 and divide it by 59.848, that gives us 0.32. They want us to round to the nearest hundredth, so that's where I'm going to stop. And then our units are cubic feet. All right, the next one is going to be convert 180,000 milligrams into pounds. So let's see if we have that information on here. Oh, we don't have the information for this one. So, I guess we can go ahead and skip it because I think it's going to be a lot to look for. I think You guys are pretty much set up and good to go. On your test, you will have, I made sure that you do have the exact conversions that you need. And you will have one problem that requires you to add multiple steps. Only one problem, which would be like this one. So then that's it. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thank you guys. Bye.